Well, hello folks, welcome back to the next episode of Season 2 of the 2 Hectare Challenge. We're flying along where we can, and this morning is going to be the start of the day where we're selling a lot of things before we then actually get some field work done, a bit of organization. We've got a whole load of apples behind us here, and we've got a couple of crates of a nearly 3/4 full wool. I guess that would be a fair way to describe it. And then we've got some more soup to go and sell as well. So it's good. The start of this episode will be full of making money. We're gonna get hired worker back onto his duties with the cultivation, which will be good. And then all being well, there's a little bit more money there. That's lovely stuff. All being well after that, then what we'll do is, well, at least I hope. I want to get that far away from the sell point first. We're going to try and grub out those trees because I want to get those harvested, get that chopped up, the trees that we planted, and then I'd like us to eventually get those replanted again. So lots for us to do, but it's going to start with us, like I say, making money. That was about 6 grand-ish there, give or take, and we're obviously about to make a whole scene more by selling all of these, which should be wonderful. Now what we'll do is, once we solve that, because we haven't done anything with our debt recently, we haven't paid any of that off, and we're obviously in a very pretty position to do so now. I expect us to probably get about another 5-ish. No, it won't even be that. It might be another 1 load or pallet of the 3 of the mixed soup, and then after that we'll be on to individual soups, because we are running out of some of the crops that we need. So but that's not a problem. We'll still make a bit more. We've made a lot already, so we cannot complain really with the amount that we've been able to produce. So we shall see. Let's just get this on before it all spills everywhere. We'll get this loaded up, and then we can take it down the road there with the sun coming out in this winter day. We're in December now already, so this year is flying through. And once we've got this all ready to go, then we'll be in a great position. So without any further ado, let's get that time lapse on and let's get this all loaded up. It didn't take too long at all. Another 8 crates to take away. So like I say, if I show you what was looking like here, our info pane will show. We only got 3 and a bit thousand liters of parsnips, which is only 1.5 crates really of the mixed soup in total. But that's not a problem. We can crack on, because you can see we've got 33,000 and 23,000 liters of red beet or carrot and red beet respectively. So still plenty to be made. When I think about how that field split up there, the red parsnips is the smallest section, so go figure, that makes sense. But we will move on. We'll get that taken care of anyway, and we can always have plenty to... Oh, far too far back. We'll make plenty more revenue yet. All right. So the sell point. The sun is coming out. We've got the chainsaw ready to go as well, so we're going to tackle the little bits and pieces that we can get going. We'll put that through. Maybe not all today, but we'll definitely have it ready to put through the wood processing machine into the trailer, and we'll get that sold as well. So hopefully that'll get a little bit more money coming in. Now we will need to, we'll pay off some extreme amount of our debt, and I might look at either buying the stump grinder or the tree planter, because I will need one or both of those. So and especially if we're going to continue with this, it would make sense to own one of them, so we don't have to keep incurring further hiring fees. Anyway, we're currently sitting at £98,000. Let's see what happens when we sell this load off here. There you go. We'll do it. It's 11, not quite finished. Not far enough in. Let's try that again. There you go. And that's 14. So 125,000 is not bad. Very, very handy there. But another 27-ish thousand pounds. So let's go and get back to the yard. Just pay some debt. Need to get that down. I can't even remember. I haven't even looked at it since we started season 2. So we really need to get back on board with that. Get us back into the good books. And then we can decide from there what we're going to do. I'll show you my plan for the day. We've still got silage to sell as well. That will probably go away in January. And that can be a nice form of revenue when there's not much else happening. So that'll keep things ticking along there quite nicely as well. We need to get everything drilled into grass so we can get a good crop of silage off that field when we get going. So that will be another thing that we can work on there as well over the next couple of months. And then yeah, really just trying to make sure that we're self-sufficient as possible. Now that we have the sheep, they're making a little bit of money through the wool, but it's not a lot, and they do need hay for that. So we need to see if we can capitalize on that a bit more. And we'll have to have a look into that one as well. But for having about 3 acres of or 3 hectares of land, it's given us plenty to work with. That's for sure. Okie dokie. You got a headlight out there. So there's been quite a few of you who have been mentioning that they're still loving this series and or doing it a bit themselves there, which is great to see. But we're going to need to start thinking around about what season 3 is going to look like, if there is indeed a season 3, or what we should move on to otherwise. Do we perhaps take all the get to the end of the year, see where our finances are at, sell up everything that we've got, and see what that looks like for us there. That could be an option as well, and move to a different farmyard, different map, something like that. It could well be an option for us. Where's my John Deere? He's over here. He should be in the middle bit there somewhere. We just need to get him going. There's a lot of stones again, unfortunately, so we have to work on that. Never ending cycle. And then yeah, we'll have to get the beet harvester cleaned down, put in the shed. Could be something we can get cracking with as well. Nice to have that all done though. Okay. There we go. So, like I mentioned, before we go too far, we're going to walk out, we're going to get hired worker going, and then we'll have a look at that. We're going to have a look at our trees and see what we can start to do to fell those down. See how productive we can be. As you can see though, everything's ready to be cultivated over. That far section is done. This is all going to go in the grass, remember, so we can get a good crop of silage off of it before we then need to before we need to re-drill this. I think that's in like March or April we can get away with doing that. Thank you, Jeeves. Crack on. So that'll be good. At least we don't need to plow it this time. We can get away with doing that. We might need to do that when it's in grass, but anyway, still plenty of stones for us to get through. We have a look. We're sitting pretty with a lot of money there now, but we can sell some of or pay off some of our loan. Currently sits at £300,000 again, so let's get that down to 250. That's a good chunk paid. Feel better about that already. Nothing worth there for us to buy. Okay, so you just gave up, didn't you? That's less than ideal. Need better than that. I gave up there. It should have been fine to keep going. We will set him away again, see if he's going to handle it. Not, I guess I know what we're doing. So, you about there. Alright, so like I say, all of these trees, these were all planted over a year ago. 9.1 meters. So what if we just come at this like this? I am allowed to cut it's my tree. I can cut them all down if I want. And then we will bring the telehandler over. I'm hoping, I'm not trying this, but I'm hoping we can just lob them over the fence with the muck grab perhaps. Over to where the processor is there, and then we can pick them up and we'll figure out the next steps from there. That might work. Ooh! Nearly died. That was nearly the end of me. Will that be fine? Alright, let's just knock one more of these down. Perfect. Alright. I mean, that looks fairly severe, but they might also weigh way too much for the mighty telehandlers to do anything with them, but we're going to give it a go. Have we got space to actually lob them over here? I hope so. Well, worst case, we will just stick them here, and then we can figure out the rest from there. That's what we'll try. Alright, well, comment down below and chat if you think this is going to work. Who knows? Telehandler is great for many things. Can it transport entire trees? I'm not too sure. Oh, we go. We're going to find out. Does that have... Perfect. No, it doesn't. Good. So this is where the agroforestry really comes into its own, or this is where we make our money back from it. It's quite a simple thing to be able to plant and to look after. Doesn't need any additional inputs there, no fertilizer, no pesticides, anything like that. Just plant a tree and watch it go, in theory. So now is the go time. Alright, well, how hard can it be? Then worst case scenario, we do have a forestry trailer that we can bring over. We can cut it into lengths there, but that seems quite tedious. Oh, you'll nearly finish that first bit. Good for you. Flying along there, sir. I'm gonna have to use the mouse for the control on this one because the keybinds aren't fully working. Let's just go and try and make this a little easier for ourselves. Pick up all the bits that just disappear. That's the ticket. Alright, alright. I'm not sure that's going to help, but we'll try. Oh, have I ever? All right. No. Turns out no, I haven't. All I succeeded in doing there was kind of flipping it over my boom. Okay, try that again. I'll do it though. Easy does. Yes, you see, perfect. All right. Take a time, make sure we're not about to get checked by a John Deere here, which I think we might be. No, he's messing around over there. That's fine. Who needs forestry machines? The telehandler can do it all. I've always said that. Right. So let's just take our time to creep that one over. Apparently hide work is finished, so we'll have to fiddle around with that one. Whilst we slowly take our way over here, I'm hoping to get the video out next week. There are 2 videos actually. One is going to be quite special with a bit of help from some of my content creating peers around the community, which will be fun. And the second one, which should be pretty interesting, will be the first update from Farmer Phil's map as well. So that should be quite cool to get some traction and see how we can keep progressing there. So we'll see. Hopefully, like I say, we'll get something meaningful happening there. Because there's a lot of work being put into that map of late, so that's good. Let's stick you about there, first tree. And then I'll be able to bring you a bit of an update of it for you all to see. And yeah, hopefully you like what you're seeing. But that's all a little bit down the way. Right now, at least, we'll just get this all done. A little bit of an update, really. I'm hoping that by the time we get into January, of which is quite a few days, all of these fields will be cultivated over and also have grass drilled into it. There's a few weeds in that next field over there, but the harrow will take care of those. And then, yeah, we should be in a position that we can just keep cracking along. So, we'll get these trees diced up and put on into the chipper and into firewood and into our bank account, really. A little bit more, or a lot more to make revenues wise from the soup. So we should, and we've paid off 50 grand's worth of debt so far as well. So that is all very exciting. So hopefully we'll continue this. Right now I'm going to continue to play around with our trees that we felled, and we'll continue to fell those down as well. And we're laughing, and we'll keep going. So again, small little update here. There's a lot happens on this series off camera. So if you have any questions or you want to see more, let me know in the comments down below, and we will see what we can do. Until next time though, we're going to keep going. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. I have been Simulation for the Nation, and we'll see you all next time. Catch you then.